help solve. I don't understand how to come up with 2 square root of 3. Okay, let's have a look. We are going to evaluate cosecant of inverse tangent of negative square root of 3 over 3, and this is how we can do it. First, this right here represents an angle, so you can say that theta equal to inverse tangent of negative square root of 3 over 3. Now here's a small detail. Because we have inverse tangent and the range of inverse tangent is from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. So this means our angle theta must be between negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. And the reason is because the range of inverse tangent, right, is from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. And this is just an interval notation. So this thing must be between this and that. And we can also take a look right here. Inverse tangent must be from negative pi over 2, which is down here and then up here. So it must be either in the first or the fourth quadrant. Now, because we have a negative right here, right? Where is tangent or inverse tangent negative? The answer is the fourth quadrant. So right here, let me just do this for you. I'm going to apply the original tangent to both sides. So you can see tangent theta equals negative square root of 3 over 3. And for tangent, we have y over x. Now, the negative can go up or can go down, right? But in this case, we have to make sure we have the negative going up with the y value because we want the reference triangle to be down here in the fourth quadrant. So let's go ahead and take y to be negative square root of 3 and then x to be positive 3. So that when we draw our reference triangle, we see that negative square root of 3 is here and then the 3 is right here. The reference triangle is down here. And make sure you always draw this upward. Now, from here to here is the x value 3. From here to here is the y value negative square root of 3. This is the r value. To figure this out, which is your question right here, we can just use the Pythagorean theorem. We know x, we know y. So we can say x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So we have 3 squared plus negative square root of 3 squared equals r squared. That's 9 plus negative square is positive. Square root of 3 squared, square root and the square cancel, so it just gets 3. And then that is 12 equals r squared. And then we take the square roots on both sides. Now, this and that cancel, but for r, it's always positive. So even though you like to put down the plus or minus, but for r, it's always positive. So r is equal to square root of 12. We can break down square root of 12 by doing 4 times 4 inside. So this is square root of 4 times square root of 3. So r equals square root of 4 is the 2. And then we have the 3 right here. So r equals 2 square root of 3. So that is the answer to your question. Another way to do it though, the key right here is to use the 30, 60, 90 special right triangle. Let's say here is 30 degrees, and let's say here is 60 degrees. The ratio is going to be the smaller angle will give you 1, the bigger angle right here will give you square root of 3, and the hypotenuse will give you 2. Now, this is given. 1 times what will be square root of 3? Well, you just multiply by square root of 3. It's negative because it's down below. And then from here, you do the same thing. You multiply by square root of 3. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9, which is 3. Lastly, take the 2, multiply by square root of 3. 2 times square root of 3 is 2 square root of 3. Okay? So, by looking at this triangle, we can say that the angle theta is here. And now we are just going to do cosecant of the angle theta, right? Cosecant of theta. Cosecant is what? Hypotenuse over opposite, r over y, right? R over y. So let me just indicate that cosecant theta is equal to r over y. So we will have 2 square root of 3 over negative square root of 3. And as you can see, square root of 3 and square root of 3 cancel. 2 over negative 1, we get negative 2. And that's the answer.